Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Warhammer Fantasy 8th Edition Battle Report. I love this game, so why stop playing? This time the Minor Trolls face off against Tigris's updated Demon list, and it's packing a little bit extra combat punch. So on my side we have a Tuskor Chariot, Razorgore, Minotaur unit, led by Throg the Awesome King, Razorgore, Doom Bull, Heartbleed with all his flying goodness, a bunker unit of Gore, with my general, the Great Bray Shaman Twistskin, Razorgore, unit of Trolls, led by Heartache, the Gorbel BSB, the Cygor, who, despite how much I love the model, is starting to be in danger of getting the chop from this list, on account of the fact that he does fuck all, and then a Razorgore Chariot. Tuskor Chariot. On the Demon side, we have Screamers, Horrors, Blue Scribes hiding behind that tree, butt ton of Tzeentch Chaos Warriors, with a Herald of Tzeentch, a level 4 Sorcerer of Tzeentch, and a Chaos Lord almost certainly of Tzeentch, and then some more Screamers over here. Some vanguarding happens with the Screamers, and then we go into turn 1, which is mine, because Tigris gave it to me. I decide to play things defensively. I want to draw that big Chaos block across the table and redirect it with Chaff and hit it in the sides with my Goatees and Trolleys. So all I do is move my Chaff around, and do it quite badly. Looking at this now, what I should have done is to have these side Razorgores facing this way, and this way, so the Screamers can't move into this area without getting charged, and then had the Chariots facing this way and this way, so they can't move into or behind the forests without getting charged. In the magic phase I cast Pendulum in a straight line through his level 4. He look out, sirs, and I kill 2 warriors. I didn't realise that I could extend the range of Withering or Enfeeble because I'm a noob face, so I end the phase there and throw Rock, which scatters harmlessly out into nowhere. Demons turn 1, the Screamers outmaneuver me, although this one takes a dangerous terrain wound, and the rest of the puppets of Tzeentch just trudge up. In the magic phase, the Horrors put a flaming death storm thing on my Gore, and at strength 6 obliterates the entire unit bar the Champion and Twiskin. We pass our panic check and get regeneration for our troubles. And perhaps surprisingly, I don't really care, because those goats were made for dying, and that's just what they'll do. So one of these days these goats are gonna die all over you. Yeah, jazz hands. The level 4 cast Flame Cage with Irresistible Force, meaning all those power dice I didn't use to save my Gore are now useless, and he loses a wizard level and the spell. Beastmen turn 2. I fail hilariously to position the Chariots in such a way as they can be effective against the Screamers. I'm worried he wants to eat my 270 point Cygor, so I've positioned the Chariot to charge them if they charge it. And I don't want these Screamers behind my lines, so this Chariot's looking this way. Slightly better movement I feel was done by the Razorgore, who ran up either side of his Chaos Warrior unit. So now they're pretty much safe unless he wastes his magic on them, and can run out and redirect anytime I want. The Lone Champion gets it into his head that he can probably take this brick of warriors, and moves out to continue to chaff them up. Bray Shaman moves back, and the Doom Bull moves out to cover him by blocking a charge that the Screamers I just realised could make. Probably should have had him facing the Screamers so he could charge them and take them off the board, but actually that would have taken him out of the game pretty much. So that's why I've got him facing forward, so that he can try to get into where he needs to go. The magic phase was made of suck and nothing happened, and the Cygor missed with his rock again. So we go into Demons turn 2. The Demon Prince declared a charge on the Chariot, which would have been just dreadful, but he failed the charge. That is what we like to see. The Screamers nibble at the Chariots, putting 1 wound on this one and 3 wounds on this one. The Warriors shuffle back, and the Horrors turn to look at the pig. Some kind of magical blast hits my Lords, but their toughness prevents them from being damaged. And some of the blue Horrors that cast the spell die from the miscast. Looks like the level 3 puts a flame cloak on the Warriors. And now it's Beastmen turn 3. The Minotaurs and the Razorgore show the Demon Prince how it's done and complete their charges. I give up trying to stop the Screamers from getting into my flanks, and just push up. I've got a Razorgore behind the Warriors so they can't back up anymore. My Champion sat right in front of the Warriors, and then the second pig just behind him, so that if they charge the Champion and overrun, they'll hit the pig and stop, and the Trolls can go in the side. As with the blackened plate on the banner battle stand bearer, I'm not really worried about their flaming protection, and I'm hoping to blast through this Demon Prince and into the Horrors and wipe them out next turn. Not sure how easy those warriors are going to be to put down, but trolls and souped up minotaurs aren't a joke, and I reckon with a bit of luck I've got this game. The magic phase is a pile of bad stuff, and so nothing happens. We go into combat, and my plan starts to unravel. Legion of Chaos rules forces me to challenge with Throg, and so I've got 400 points of minotaurs sat there doing bugger all. The prince puts a wound on Throg, and Throg can't do anything to get through the invulnerable save of his foe. I make 2 regen saves, so at the end of the phase I roll on Eye of the Gods and get a reroll next turn. Hooray! I win combat, but he's unbreakable and not unstable, so we just sit there. In the Demon's turn, the warriors give in to their rage and charge the taunting goat champion. The horrors shimmy and the screamers fly over my chariot. Poof! Killing both of them. Which is fine, that's what they're for, just buy me some time. In the magic phase some spells happened, but there was one in particular that caught my attention. His Demon Prince cast the final transmutation on the trolls, and I used all my dice to stop it, but failed. So I went off, killing a troll and insta-killing my BSB. And just for shits and giggles made the rest of my army stupid. So now my trolls are looking at charging the cream of the Chaos Wastes, who also happen to have flaming armour and flaming swords. I will say that we actually did things a little bit wrong here, in that we thought that the trolls and the Minotaur were affected on a 5-up, which as they're multiple wound models, they're only affected on 6s. So Heartache should actually have survived, but never mind. To the surprise of everyone, the Chaos Lord beats the Goat Champion and gets an extra armor save from the Eye of the Gods. And then the Warriors reform. In this combat, the Demon Prince puts another wound on Throg, and Throg is ineffective yet again. Can you see what I'm starting to see, ladies and gentlemen? This is starting to look like a game that's going to slip through my fingers. So, a bit of a drastic change of plan. The Trolls and Doomball charge the Horrors, desperately trying to get out of the way of the big warrior brick. The Razor move out to chaff. The Cygors is useless as an arsehole on my elbow, and so just stands next to the warriors trying to throw rocks at them. I've been forgetting his Soul Eater power thing all game. I remember it once, but with how leadership and battle standard bearers work, there is just no frickin' chance anything is going to ever fail that. Grumble, grumble, grumble. In Magic, the Brave Shaman, realising he's about to die, puts -3 strength on the Demon Prince and -1 toughness, completely forgetting that Throg's already wounding the damn thing on 2s anyway. Never mind, it was the thought that counts. I then tried to pendulum the level 3 again, I need a 10 and don't get it. In combat we destroy the Horrors, but they hold. I think Throg takes another wound, but this time manages to slip one through on the Demon Prince, and my Minotaurs are now at something like 7 attacks apiece and still completely useless. Over to the Demons. These Screamers charge my pig that's holding up the warriors, and these Screamers charge my general who flees and gets away. In Magic all kind of flaming happens to these warriors, and at the end of the phase the flaming kills the pig, which is actually great for me because it means they can't reform. We do some combat and the Horrors actually do some wounds to a troll, but we blast through them and arrange ourselves as you see. These Screamers devour the pig and overrun into the Cygor, where they've been looking forward to being all game. I don't know if anything of significance happened in this combat with the Demon Prince and Throg, and by this time I just want Throg to die. Give me my bajillion attack Minotaurs back. So we go into the Beastmen turn. My general rallies, thank you general, and the trolls fail their stupidity. So they just stumble forward, but thankfully are out of the charge arc of the warriors, and the Doomball just skips around the back. In Magic, I take the enfeebling off the Demon Prince and put it on the warriors, reducing their strength by 2. In combat, debacle! The Screamers fail to kill the Cygor, leaving it with 2 wounds remaining, and then, despite being weapon skill 2, it clubs and thunderstomps the unit into the ground. After combat res, there's only one of the flamboyant sky stingrays left on 1 wound. Where the hell did that come from, Cygor? Over here looks like Throg's put another wound through on the Demon Prince, and is still on his last wound. The demons go, the warriors reform to look at the danger, or as much danger as I can manage to give them anyway. The Screamers fly over my wizard, but thanks to toughness 5 and some regen, he only takes 1 wound. In the Magic phase he puts the Flaming Sword spell on the Demon Prince, and I just let it go, because I want Throg to die. Not my brightest moment. And then in combat, the Screamer fails to do anything to the Cygor, and the Cygor pulverises it. What's going on, Cygor? What is going on? But over here, Demon Prince with Flaming Sword slaughters Throg. We lose combat by something like 4. Everyone runs away. And the Demon Prince runs down the Minotaurs, who ran like 3 inches. FML. That Demon Prince has had a rather good game. So we go into the Beastmen turn. I could try to preserve points by hiding from his warriors, but that would be quite tricky. It's the warriors' first outing, and I think they deserve some combat. So let's see if they can handle it. Boom. Doomball gets into a challenge with the Chaos Lord, and shows him what a real Lord of Chaos looks like, taking no damage and putting the Lord on his last wound. Twiskin proves his mettle, taking on 4 Chaos Warriors by himself and suffering no damage. The rest of the warriors whiff, and I lose 1 troll, who only had 1 wound on him anyway. In return, 1 troll tears apart the demon BSB. I flub a little bit with the rest of my mountain of troll attacks, but it's the Cygor. The Cygor just goes apeshit, taking down like 5 of the warriors with his attacks and thunderstomps. Okay, Cygor, you can stay, you can stay! We win combat by quite a considerable amount, but the warriors are stubborn, leadership 9. No reroll. This could change the game. We could be heroes. We just need a little bit of luck. He rolls like a 4. So it's back to the demons. Nothing can charge, but our desperate assault has kind of lost its momentum. He casts Flaming Sword on the warriors and I dispel it, and then puts Enchanted Blades on them instead. Mistake not to have used the Flame Cage, we realised. Not Flame Cage, Flame Cloak. Heartbleed hacks down the simpering Chaos Lord in their challenge, overkilling by a decent amount. The warriors kill the Cygor, it died a hero's death, and then put 5 wounds on the trolls. Looks like we did a decent amount of damage in return, but it's not enough to compete with his static combat res, and we lose. The trolls flee, they lose another troll to the dangerous terrain from bouncing through the screamers. The wizard flees, not even making it to the screamers. But the Doomball holds with insane courage. He's not done with these puny men yet. We go on 1 more turn. The trolls fail to rally, but Twiskin does. He reduces the strength of the warriors by 3. But it's not enough. The Doomball kills the champion. The gods give him an extra point of toughness, but all those ranks of warriors are too much, and he flaps away with his gory trophies. In the final demon's turn, nothing can charge, so the screamers eat my wizard, and the game ends. Brilliant game. Really fun. I really like playing my Minotaurs and Trolls. It's not a great list. I needed a spell scroll in there somewhere. I need some more banners in there somewhere. But the Cygor, how can I take the Cygor out after this performance? So we're just going to have to suck it up and continue our march through the Chaos Wastes, looking for easier pickings. Many thanks to my opponent, a gentleman as always, and I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.